What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with another video, and today we are discussing how the season shall change due to the COVID-19 opt-outs. So there really isn't going to be too many changes, but there are a couple teams I have in mind that will definitely be having their records changed, and if it makes any impact on the season, on the playoffs, we'll make another video doing all of that just because, hey, provides you guys more content. It's fun for me. Let's do this. So, starting off, we all know that the New England Patriots are the ones in my mind right now. This is with Cam Newton, and yeah, I had them going 9-7, so they did make the playoffs, but of course they lost first round. But they pretty much lost a shit ton of people. You guys should check out my COVID-19 opt-outs list, and they've lost quite a few star weapons, especially on their defense. So. And then they lost their starting right tackle. They've lost quite a bit, and they don't have really the resources to lose these type of things. So when you lose somebody like a right tackle, like Marcus Cannon, it is extremely dangerous on the rest of the team, especially on a quarterback like Cam, who he's kind of afraid of getting injured at this point. We saw how he's a little bit more hesitant to run last time we saw him play. So it's a little bit scary when you lose your star right tackle, and they still have a great offensive line. So, given the defensive weapon parameters being like eliminated and stuff, they've lost so much, and it's kind of embarrassing, to put it bluntly, and it's just not good for the Patriots, especially losing Hightower, if I'm not mistaken. That's honestly their biggest loss on the defense. Besides, if they lost Gilmore or McCourty, I think those two would be probably a little bit more. But I don't even know if McCourty would weigh more if they lost him compared to Hightower, because that's the commander of your defense right there. And similar to the Jets. I mean, the Jets we can discuss those guys as well in this video. So I still think the game would still hold up the way it would. But here, Vegas is gonna pull that one. Their pass rush is raw. And I think the opening on the right tackle spot is going to be key in this game, as well as the defense. I mean, Vegas' offense is pretty freaking solid, so I'm going to give Vegas that nod, definitely. And, this game is an interesting one. I'm going to leave it as is, but Denver's the other team I'm thinking about making some changes to because they lost their starting right tackle, Juwan James. So, very interesting. We'll also New York Giants, I don't really think their record's going to change too much if we're going to be 100% fair, but we'll still check it out. But yeah, Denver's going to still win this game because they lost a lot less firepower than New England did. San Francisco is definitely going to beat New England now. I've been harping on this game as an upset, but when you lose your starting right tackle against the best pass rush, as well as a shit ton of your defense against one of the better offenses, it's no contest. Next, New England goes into Buffalo. Buffalo didn't really lose too much. I mean, I think they lost Starlo Tulele. I'm giving them the victory, guys, and it's not that much of a debate anymore. When you lose all your defensive weapons, it'll allow Josh Allen to be on the field way longer. So definitely going to be keeping Buffalo up there, winning that. Even though the New England Patriots, I mean, I know one of my number one fans, who I'm pretty sure his YouTube name is like New England NFL Patriots fan or something like that. Which again, shout out to you. Says you're going 11-4. Like you can't. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit realistic. I mean, I know as a Steelers fan, I thought we weren't even gonna make 4-12 last year. It's like when you lose like your entire defense and then your starting right tackle, that just completely fucks up the team. Especially a veteran right tackle and Marcus Cannon. That's just gonna take so much more chemistry out of that offensive line. And I don't believe that the Patriots have that great of a contingency for him. So next, New England going to the Jets. I'm going to keep it as is, to be honest. And here's why. The Jets, they lost C.J. Mosley to me, and they lost Jamal Adams. So this is kind of like a post-Jamal Adams as well type video. But, I mean, Bradley McDougald is perfectly fine. I'll give him that. But it's just not the same. It's not the same. And you lost the captain of your defense. I think that the right tackle issue is not sufficient enough to outweigh what Cam can bring. And Sam Darnold, I still don't trust him. There's still you still have McCourty out there, you still have Gilmore out there. It's still gonna be lights out, ghosts going all around Sam Darnold. Next, we're still keeping this game as is. Houston's still going to win this game as well, guys. Houston, they didn't lose, honestly, that much firepower. It's just, unfortunately, they lost in the offseason. Arizona, again, they lost their starting right tackle, but Josh Jones was drafted. So they did have a contingency plan, and I think Arizona is still going to beat New England. Now, the Chargers, honestly, the Chargers are not that bad, as I've been harping on. Just their quarterback is complete garbage. So their offensive line got way better. I started studying it a little bit more, but their left tackle is a complete joke. So I'm gonna let New England continue to keep this game, and I mean the Rams as well. I really do not like the Rams at all, like at all. So really not a huge fan of the Rams, but they are at home. But again, like the line is garbage, and the wide receiver core is severely weakened. I know Van Jefferson's an excellent pick. Cam Akers was early, but he still has potential. But it's like you have nothing but Cooper Kupp there, and I think Stephon Gilmore is good enough to cover Cooper Kupp. Next, New England going to Miami, still keeping it that way, but Buffalo is going to win this one, and then it's going to lead to the Patriots being 5-11 with Cam Newton. Without Cam Newton, a lot of these games they would be down closer to like 2-14. But that is going to be New England's tail of the tape. Now, we can see any other teams. The Jets, you're really not gonna really do too much more damage. Jets are not gonna beat San Francisco. We're gonna be honest here, guys. That was kind of a fluke game, and they're not beating Seattle anymore. Without your captain of your defense, you're not beating them. So they're going 1-15. I'm sorry, Jets fans. You guys are complete ass cheeks. So, I mean, it is unfortunate, but 1-15 for the Jets. I hate the Jets. I don't believe in Sam Darnold. And when you lose C.J. Mosley again, and you lose Jamal Adams, you've lost your two captains of your defense. So, hate on me all you want for that, Jets fans. I know you guys are a very passionate group, but probably none of you guys are going to watch this video anyways, so cheers to you guys. Kansas City, I'm not going to change their record at all. Tardif was taken out, but he was replaced by Osemele. Denver, we're going to make this quick because I can sense this video is going to last a long time. Denver, losing your right tackle is kind of hurtful, but Tennessee, their pass rush is definitely dimmed down a bit. I'm going to keep that game. Pittsburgh's still going to win. Tampa's still going to win. Jets are still definitely going to lose. We already talked about New England. Miami going to Denver, it's still the same type of situation. I'm so far liking all these games. Even Atlanta, this one's an interesting one, but Atlanta's pass rush is kind of their weakness. So I'm really not too phased out. And right here, New Orleans is definitely going to pull that game. And with that victory, New Orleans hops into the playoffs. So we're definitely going to be doing a playoff predictions video as well. Just to let you guys know, I think that that's enough of a change to where it can impact postseason. Kansas City's still going to win here. And again, New Orleans didn't really lose anything extremely important, so cheers to them. Carolina, no. They're just too young, too raw right now. They need some time to develop, and soon they can definitely be playoff contenders. Buffalo, this is a game that I'm a little bit interested in. Let's come back to it in a second. I think that this game is definitely an interesting one. I don't believe the Chargers can... Honestly, actually, yeah, I'm giving this game to the Chargers. Upset time. I know I said something about the right tackle issue for, what's it called? For the Patriots and letting them still remain with beating the Chargers. But Denver you have a rookie quarterback instead of Cam Newton, who's a veteran. Again, I would have given LA Chargers that game if Jarrett Stidham were there. So you have a rookie quarterback without a star right tackle, and that was obviously the best piece of that line. New England, that's not the best piece of their line. You have Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa coming at him. With Derwin James in the backfield, I think that's going to be a little bit of a hell hazard for the Broncos, and I think that's going to be a little bit dangerous. So Denver, unfortunately, might have fallen out of the playoffs, and they did. That's kind of embarrassing. Sorry, guys. I'm a huge fan of Denver until they lost Jawan James, and really, I'm kind of thinking about giving this game to Buffalo, but I'm going to keep it as is. You're in Denver, so I'm going to give it to Denver here. But definitely that totally changes how the playoffs are probably going to go. So, again, that is that big change right there. I'm trying to think of any other big changes. Chicago didn't really lose too much. Green Bay, you lost your starting wide receiver, but I still have them going 12-4. I'm pretty happy with that. Detroit lost some pieces, but it ain't gonna get much worse for them. Excuse me. Yeah, there really isn't too much else that I'm extremely shocked by. The Giants again. Like, let's look at who they beat. I'm pretty sure they beat Washington twice. Who else did they beat? Did they beat Dallas once? Because if they beat Dallas once, I'm gonna give Dallas the victory again. Dallas beat them there and there, so unfortunately no. So they got the 2 dubs right there. Where's the third? Oh my god, I'm blind. There we go. With the Rams, and to be honest, this game is probably going to be a toss-up, but I gotta believe in the Giants here over the Rams. And Rams are 1-15. I might want to give them a little bit more credit here than they deserve, but this game is definitely a toss-up, if we're going to be honest, guys. New York Giants versus the Los Angeles Rams. Aaron Donald honestly might eat apart that entire offensive line, and then you have Leonard Floyd still there. So it's definitely an interesting idea, and you have Jalen Ramsey. I'm going to give it to LA. I'm also going to give it to LA, and we're going to see how that rolls out. So we're definitely going to roll with that. All right, so I just wanted to check one more time about who's going to be in, who's going to be out with the COVID-19 opt-outs. And I am going to make an adjustment to Seattle because they lost arguably their second best lineman. So looking at teams with a very good pass rush, Dallas very well might be able to steal this game. But certainly Arizona is going to top. Oh, they're not going to top the division. But they're going to definitely beat Seattle now with that type of pass rush. I really think that they kind of have that ability over them. Dallas, I'm still thinking about. Minnesota, yes, if they had Michael Pierce, and they don't, so kind of unfortunate. Seattle has a pretty easy schedule, though. I'm going to be 100% honest here. But I'm definitely going to be considering giving this game to the Philadelphia Eagles because they have a very good pass rush as well. So big changes here with how these games will go. But, I mean, again, Arizona very well might be able to get this game as well. And Arizona always beats Seattle in Seattle, so I'm going to be giving both these games to Arizona. The loss of the starting guard for the Seattle Seahawks is enormous. You don't even realize this, guys. It is insanely valuable to Russell Wilson to be able to have at least some bit of an offensive line. And with the pass rush of Arizona, San Francisco, Buffalo, even Los Angeles, I'm thinking about giving them a game. And honestly, I might. So, I very well might even give them like the 8-8 record that they might get. And I'm going to give it to them. Los Angeles is going to beat them right there. And that's simply because Aaron Donald's going to wreck up that fucking interior. There's no way of stopping him anymore. You could at least chip him with your starting offensive line. Now there's just nothing stopping him. And that is going to be pushing the Seattle Seahawks all the way down out of the playoffs at 8-8. And it's unfortunate. It really is. But that's the way that is going to go. And if I'm not mistaken, this is how the season's going to turn out. Let's see if who's Philadelphia is playing. Wow, most of these games are home games that they're winning. But honestly, Dallas, I can see it. Their pass rush is great, and Philly's offensive line is weakened tremendously. The Giants, yeah, no. Browns, that's a questionable one. But Green Bay should beat them. Arizona should still beat them. Dallas is going to sweep the series. I like that idea. And that's the way it's going to be. If there's some dispute shit going on, I can see this game being flipped to Philly winning at home. But that is going to be the records prediction video changes. You know, if you guys think of any other ideas, like maybe Minnesota, let's just check them out really quick. You know, is there any games that I can see them getting beaten? I mean, Indianapolis lost their depth at corner with Marvell Tell, but really didn't lose too much to where I'd change how that goes. But maybe the playoffs, you never know. I mean, I don't think Minnesota beating any of these teams is going to be extremely affected by the fact that Michael Pierce is there. And thinking about teams that run a lot is Carolina, but you still have Danielle Hunter there, and you still have you have Eric Kendricks and stuff. So I'm going to keep it the way it is. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the far side. Peace.